I mean, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
If they say
It's game
balanced,
3. If they're happy with it,
if they, whatever. It's
Yeah.
the last game of the night.
that's it. Alright, welcome to Oceanic Battle Arena Week 21. I am Calculus. This is game 3. I am joined by Jack, and I'm joined by Badger.
Hi.
You jerk started the game when I wasn't in it.
Oh, we just have to spectate, and you'll have to listen to what we tell you.
Alright, well, I'm
So
gonna go
they've
put some
picked
pants on.
Erg-
You'll have
Gods,
to go with picking the names off,
Alistair,
stream.
they've picked Poppy.
I believe that is a Aocean band right there.
An
which is actually
ocean
impressive,
band?
'cause
An ocean man.
an Aocean band
Aocean.
because she's not a she's not a champion yet, so it's impressive. And Enigma is the first pick here for the blue team. So please tell me somebody knows Dota,
No.
so I don't sound like. Okay, never mind. Because I almost said
Dota's
two
for
lanes of Rax.
losers.
I almost said I said two lanes of Rax earlier, but nobody caught it. So.
No. I've played like a little bit of Dota 2 with the mates, and I'm just like, I don't understand this game. It makes no sense to me. And then I play some sort of
kinda just
support and
follow
end up
the
getting like
scene.
15 kills, and they're like, you're a god in Dota. I'm like,
I'm
I don't
so
know what's
bad.
going on.
I'm so bad at playing. I'm so bad at playing Dota, but I enjoy watching it.
I miss skill shots, really. Skill shots are rewarding.
I play Enigma. You just literally blink dagger.
Fuck,
Or
I know Enigma. Fuck that guy.
I know.
can't
is he the
play
one with the
It's
big
stupid.
like the big black hole
blink
thing?
dagger,
Yeah, he's-
Aghanim Scepter, Refresher Orb. Oh my
He's
gosh.
I want to say he's a little bit like a Malzahar. Because he puts up a big field that does AoE damage in that area, and he
Yeah,
puts
okay.
space aids on you.
a shockwave that whoever gets hit by this shockwave gets Malzahar suppressed.
Yeah, okay.
And if
I've
you have-
played as Enigma. Like I usually go him or. Yeah,
I play
think-
Axe.
I like playing
uh,
supports, but I end up carrying really hard. I don't know why. It doesn't make
Play-
any
I
sense.
play.
Enigma or who's the other one? I played
Who's
him the
that
other
dude?
day.
Who's that dude that puts up the wall that copies the enemy team when they run through it?
I can't
Do you know
remember.
that guy?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
I
which
like
one it is.
him. I played him a couple times. I really loved Axe. Axe was really fun.
Axe is fun. I played Anti-Mage the other day. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that means.
Anti-Mage is like he has a blink that's on a like 6-second cooldown, and it's 6. He has two abilities that cost mana.
Mm.
And one of them is a blink, and the other one is an AoE stun that does damage based on your
Nice.
opponent's missing mana. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty crazy.
That is
So
crazy.
Netback has
Link-
gone for
Link is another champion.
what's his name? I'm trying to describe the champion. I've completely forgot his name. Zerath. That's it.
Yeah, Zerath first pick, which is
which
a
is-
risky first pick.
Yeah, it's much less riskier than the Cassiopeia he was hovering over. I thought Cassiopeia would have been almost a bit crazy to first pick.
Hey, don't diss the cast.
No, I'm not dissing it. No, I think Cassiopeia is a great champion. It's just risky because she's got bad matchups and she's
Until level
you know.
12, and then she just 1v1
Yeah.
anybody.
she's like Rise in the end of the game.
Oh
Like, you
well,
just
there's
machine guns people
there's
down.
the reason that Zerath's a risky pick because Ken and Jarvan dive.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, and presumably something like a Z as well would be pretty risky in the mid lane. I mean, any assassin in general, like.
They didn't even pick TF Jungle to confuse him. I don't know why he's gone Zerath. Fuck you guys. Come on, laugh.
What? I didn't even catch what you said. I was like looking at.
I said they didn't. I said they didn't even pick Twisted Fate Jungle to throw him off.
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly what it is.
Sentient Clown, thank you. It's Darkseer was the one I was talking about with the wall.
Yeah.
I
Dark
remember.
Seer. Yeah, that's oh my.
He runs at speed cap.
So, I mean, this is the game. We didn't actually talk about the bands. I mean, there really wasn't anything particularly significant about the bands. I mean,
Talon,
I see them.
Talon
They're great
band.
bands.
yeah. Azir was.
I see those bands. They're great.
I mean, Azir was
Are you,
a good band if you're going to play Zed or someone like that. Like, I mean, I think
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't ban him otherwise. Like, I mean, heck, even a Zerath. Like, if you went Zerath against Azir, you'd do pretty well. Just because you got such a long range, or even a Ziggs. So it's mainly I would say because he went Zed. And just
Anyone who
stopped
isn't
on.
moving too much is a good person to play Zerath into. Like you don't pick a Zerath into LeBlanc obviously because LeBlanc's just going to dodge everything.
No.
She has the ability to do that. But if you're picking Zerath, anyone who's not moving around, Twist of Fate, Azir's one of them. People are good people to play him into.
So we've gone for Gnar and gone for Morgana. Of course, we don't know at this stage because we've got the summoners blocked. Where
I
Morgana's...
can imagine
I
that.
can imagine.
Well, I mean, Morgana's
She
going to be
more
support, isn't
support,
she?
though.
Of course, because we've got a Zerath. So that's my dumb.
Yeah.
Well, it could be
I was-
Jungle
I was-
Morgana.
I
I
was
saw
gonna say Jungle Morgana,
what's his name? Cutie Pie go Morgana Jungle versus a Talon Jungle.
I play Talon
Morgana
Jungle.
jungle.
Talon Jungle is amazing because fucking double fucking
Talon's
brutalizer build
banned,
is
but-
really strong out of the jungle right
I
now.
know. But anyway,
Talon's
I'm just
banned,
saying.
so-
Double brutalizer is really strong.
Somebody could have seen Cutie Pie Jungle. Cutie
Please,
Pie
please
Jungle
don't pick Lucian
Morgana.
and Callista. Whatever you do, please do not pick Lucian and Callista. You will
I don't
have
know.
a bad time. You pick Lucian and Callista.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
Lucian is his damage early game is not too hot, and Callista is a champion that you can trade very effectively early, and with new
guess-
Lucian, you really
yeah.
can't do that.
She can dodge
Callista
out.
Vel'Koz is gonna be a really strong lane, or just Sona. Never mind. Whatever he hovers here, it's gonna be a very potent lane against Lucian Morg, since Lucian just like damage early game has been hit. But once he hits level 13, if he isn't too far behind at that point, he should be relevant. Come on. Just... Okay, yeah. Callista Vel'Koz is going to be a strong lane.
Oh, I can't make Tripping guy. Can't mod him. How do I mod somebody?
You click on their
Um,
name, you should just be able to mod them from there.
No,
Yeah, you should be able to mod him from there.
it's not letting me.
Aww.
Too many mods. Make Steve not a mod.
Wait, how many
If I
mods are
press
there?
OP user, that's
Holy moly, there's only 3 mods. Actually, that's not that bad.
I don't know who Thaladin is, but Thaladin, you're carrying the game. It's all on you.
Saladin? Oh, that's Peter Christie. He's an NA guy. He's an NA, bro.
guys.
Wait, what?
Well, can't mod him, better
Sure.
just ban him. That's like a 600-second timeout or something, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
all right.
Oh man.
Getting into the game now.
Oh,
So
really?
let's get into to real business. So
All right. Well, I'm going to the bathroom.
okay, so support Vel'Koz.
Support
Curious.
Vel'Koz is strong. Like
It is, but I
it's
just wonder how
incredibly
it's going to go against Morgana.
You can burn
Just
through
because
the-
he's
you can
got-
burn
he-
through the black shield easily.
Yeah, and also her snare and pool is going to do quite a bit of consistent damage, where Vel'Koz relies on skill shots. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I guess one of the advantages for Vel'Koz though is there's no one who can jump on him in the bottom lane. Like if it was a Thresh or if it was a Leona, you're gonna have a tough time against those guys because they can jump on you. Where Morgana is not going to do that. So she's not going to be able to interrupt your ultimate, which is really that works out in Vel'Koz's favor quite substantially. Yeah, so
It's gonna be interesting to see this.
yeah. You'd say that Kassadin's probably going to have a tough time against Zerath as well. Just because of the wave clear and the poke.
I'm trying to think. The thing is, New Cassidon's really, really strong because against AP mages because he can get that shield early on.
Who's the purple ADC? Anyway, yeah. Well, actually, probably worth noticing. Just looking at summoner spells, Kennen has not got teleport. That's a huge deal. Like if
he doesn't need to, yeah.
Well, he does need teleport if they start teleporting to dragon fights. I mean, Kennen can move fast, but he can't move that fast. Think about it,
yeah, he needs that TP.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some top laners that you don't have to run teleport on.
Yeah.
For example,
I mean, one of the issues, like I guess, they've gone for Ignite. Of course, the way Gnar can counter that Ignite is by going into his large form because that gives him maximum health, like permanent health. So that's something that Kennen has to keep in mind because if he's going to drop, do all this damage and then drop Ignite, if Gnar's close enough to turn, that's going to basically render that useless. So. Now, actually, something we haven't mentioned so far in all the things we've done, that Oceanic Battle Arena is brought to you by the Oslo Podcast, which is myself, Clerical Error, and Ranconius. We are the team who do it. We're usually on Mondays from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We've had some issues recently with illness and internet problems, so hopefully next week we're getting back into a regular schedule. We talk about the Oceanic scene. This weekend is the Challenger Showdown to see who makes it into the brand new format for Oceanic Professional Games this season. So we're going to be talking about that on this Monday. So please join us. We usually release the podcast around Thursday, Friday-ish. We're also part of the T-Force network, which includes the Trinity Force proper, which is they're twice a week, Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursday mornings on this channel, and releasing Fridays and Wednesdays. They talk about how to get better at the game. They answer lots of questions. They're a great group of people. So you should check them out. You can also check out the T-Force LCS Rundown, which is on Monday mornings around about midday daylight time, and they just talk about the LCS and the professional scene. So with that starting relatively soon, I think they're going to have some great analysis of who you should be watching out for and all the new teams. So check it out.
20 to 30 inbound soon.
TrinityForcePodcast.com is the website.
Yep, just check it out.
Also, if you're in NA, there's also the Battle Arena, so you can check that out as well.
But it's like Wednesday morning we usually do that at Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're a fan of podcasts that are actually good,
check out
Gecko Picks Productions on iTunes. We have the poorest quality, and I'm not doing anything at the moment.
The lamest jokes.
I'm pretty much dead. If you want to hear the Russian greatness, that's the place to be.
Yeah. They also do something which we don't do, which is breakdowns of specific champions. So, Tribal Minds Champion Rundown.
We do a show which is actually informative. Don't watch the half-hour Victor show. That's completely useless to you. You can watch the Tribal Mind Champion Rundown. We break down individual champions at a time. We're not too deep into it, so there aren't a lot of champions there to choose from, but there are champs like Ryze. We did a Draven episode. There's one there for Rammus. So there's a decent selection of champs there. One there for Leona, which Carrot Colossus start in. So if you're interested in learning about a champion, next week we have, or the week after, I don't know which one, because we do it bi-weekly, but we actually got Ziggs coming on soon. Tribal's communicating with a Ziggs laner, main, who's platinum. And hopefully that's going to be good. They want to do some visual stuff as well, so we might actually use the YouTube channel, which is also Gecko Picks Production. If you can find it, YouTube is crap for searching for small channels. So please check it out. We have Modbro, myself, and Tribal Mind working all together.
Yep. Now, something I forgot to factor in with this bottom lane is Callista's ult is not going to be that special using
Oh, Vel'Koz,
Vel'Koz?
Kalista. Oh,
I mean, I think
Shame
the
that
better
Vel'Koz
combination
went to
is the
I
Sentinel,
would have.
which is
I
the
honestly would have done it on like Kennen. I would have traded.
30 seconds until
I would have traded that W passive for the fact that you can throw Kennen into their team and initiate slicing Maelstrom that way.
or
But-
Jarvan. Jarvan would be pretty.
or
good.
Jarvan, but
Jarvan can get himself in
I don't
there,
know.
so I'd go for Kennen.
I don't know if it's worth the like I
You
said.
lose a
I don't
lot
know
of-
if it's
Well-
worth trading the W passive though.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think that like the combination of those two is actually going to be pretty decent because Vel'Koz's range is not. I mean, it's not like outstanding, but it's still pretty decent. So
And he'll proc the W
Um,
passives. That's one thing about
and-
the
and they're
melee laners
against-
in Kalista. They won't normally proc the W passive because they have to get up in the grill. So
yeah.
I don't know. She's a weird champ who I haven't quite worked out yet. Not that I've tried
Well,
very hard.
and I guess the other thing is Morgana is not the kind of champion you just want to get like toe to toe. Like if it was a Thresh or a Leona or an Alistar, like you wouldn't want to get close enough to use the W passive. Where Morgana's not like that at all because well she's going to try and keep you at range. So, you know,
Moral of the
that's gonna
story:
work out.
throw Thresh. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, or Morgana
Come on,
or
push me.
Alistar.
Yeah, those AOE ultimates are good. Morgana would be good actually. Throw her in there. She's got a Zonya's, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this bot lane's
Rom.
going.
Rom would have been a good one too.
Yeah, that ultimate. Boom.
Yeah.
No point in throwing a Leona because she can already walk in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you don't have to use your Zenith Blade, it gives you a little bit of like it gives you an additional
Yeah, true.
thing.
You can
know,
go
I mean, that's the
even
thing.
deeper
Like
into
with
the
a
back
J4,
line.
okay, you don't have to use the your flag and drag to get it there in the first place. You can save it for something else.
You can go in there and then you can use it again.
Yeah,
and get
to
the
knock 'em
double
up.
CC,
Yeah.
and you can get even deeper onto the back line and put someone in timeout.
Yeah.
Get that and then like the Cataclysm drop on top of them too. That was
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. That the old timeout.
Oh. I
it's-
see what you did there.
Yeah. So looks like Fantasies opted for the 350 back. Not a bad move. I don't really suggest it. Me on my LoL in 3.
in,
I
it's
said
an
I probably should on my LoL in 3, but I don't think you actually need to do the 350 back. I know a lot of people say you do, but the way I've worked out the jungle, it's actually really easy to clear.
Well,
Depends what your
one of
path
the things
is.
he
though.
could have done. One of the things one of the things I like to do with Jarvan is go. If you're red site, you can go Gromp, blue, Gromp and Smite. Smite Gromp, do blue, do red, and by the time you get over, or not red, do wolves. And by the time you get over to red, you can get the Smite bonus and you get the 25% health back.
Yeah.
And you can do your red, go back, and then you can set up your first gank after you get, presumably, your stalkers, since that's what most Jarvan players are building right now,
Which he's opted for.
which he's gotten, which is good. Nice job there.
Both of them gone for Stalker's Blade?
Yeah,
Yes,
both of
I
them
have
went
a
Stalker.
because I did LoL in 3 minutes where I went over jungle clears. I went over clears for 3 different kinds of champions that are in the jungle. Tank junglers, auto attack heavy junglers, and caster junglers like Kha'Zix. I actually think Kha'Zix is really good out of the jungle in terms of his clearing. At the start, a lot of people are like, oh man, Kha'Zix is gone, he can't clear that well. But actually, I see no issue in actually starting at red buff for some champions. So I think it's actually really good to start at red buff, get that smite, and then you're fine to go through the rest of your camps on caster junglers like Kha'Zix. And that's the clear path I also worked out for my Talon jungle. Tank junglers, Gromp blue, and auto attack junglers, Krug red. That's pretty obvious. But we've got a lot of action going on here. They've gotten right on top of Kalista, but she's still jumping around. Vel'Koz in the middle of everyone. Probably could have gone for...
Oh, that was... See,
Oh,
if he
yeah,
pulled
that
the spears, that would have been over for
Yeah.
Morgana there. So that was...
But she flashed right out of range there.
I have to do this since. Sorry, Trippy.
Oh, what?
Oh, you guys.
His 10 minutes is up, and he's like, "Am I back yet?" Yeah. No, sorry.
Oh, Badger, he's mod.
I'm mod. I've been mod for a while now. But
So good.
It's bad that I have this much power. But one of the things Vel'Koz could have done in that trade in the bottom lane, it was kind of not played as well by both sides. Lee Sin was in Tribush as they were initiating the fight. Their Lucian Morgana most likely was thinking that he was going to come down and pull off a gank, so that's why they went aggro. And next thing you know, he's up by Dragon and Lucian's flashing red, almost dead. So, but then on the retreat, Lee Sin went a little deep and close to through the first auto down. If Vel'Koz would have thrown the second auto down and rended, and then he would have got the rend down, that would have most likely been a kill. Like the same situation with the Morgana, but he would have got the first reset on the rend, and he could have picked up a second kill. So it's just one of those little trading mechanics. Oh, there's the flash slicing maelstrom. That's a dead Gnar. More auto. Yeah,
Oh
first
my
blood.
god.
That was nice. That was really good. They
Yeah,
burnt the
really,
flash earlier
you really
on.
needed, yeah, you really needed your hop there so you could go just straight over the minion wave. I wasn't really watching, so I didn't actually know what he spent his hop on. But good on Kennen for using it while his hop was down. That's very...
Yeah, that was great timing there.
I mean, that's really the
Just
key
the
to fighting
power
now.
of
Is you gotta get is really gated by those cooldowns. So you gotta get him while they're down.
Particularly the hop. Like if he misses a boomerang, that's not good for him. He loses a bit of poke out. But if he's used his hop, then that's really go time for you, because he can't get on top of you when he goes big. He can't get away when you go on top of him.
Yeah, it was like I was playing a game yesterday with an Ezreal who I was playing as Thresh, and this Ezreal, like I'm playing against Ezreal, he was quite good, except he decided to arcane shift towards me, and I'm like, he was like basically like right against me, and I'm like, okay, thanks, flame, easy kill. I'm just like,
that sentence.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that arcane shift damage off, though, man. It's got a little extra bolt that pops off. You gotta get that, man. That's critical damage, Carrot.
Well, we're relatively low, but I'm just like, that's just too easy. Like,
jump diagonally. If you're Ezreal jumping like that, think about jumping diagonally towards people rather than directly into them, because
well, it wouldn't have made any difference. He was literally like right next to me, and I'm like, this is this is too easy. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you just gotta make sure when you've got those escapes that you grab them when they're down. I mean, it's the same with it's the same with Lucian, same with Kennen. All of those guys, like they've got escapes. You gotta try and time your, particularly if they go more aggressive than they should have. That's a really good opportunity to get in there and do some damage, trade well, or even get a kill if they're low enough.
Oh
man! Straight on top of him, that ignite.
Oh, and
that's gonna get. Oh, very nice. Lee Sin's going in, but this is a bad fight for him. He does not have a kick.
Oh well, he got the kick.
Oh, he got it. All right.
Can he get the? Is he gonna go? I think he's gonna go.
Oh no, Jarvan
You got the Dragon's Rage out. He's not gonna.
Is he gonna go? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
My mind's telling me no.
Yeah.
But my body's telling me yes.
Here comes the slicing maelstrom in the top lane. That's great management of cooldowns.
Well, there we go. We saw that. That's the difference. He had the hop. Just then we saw he had the hop, and so he just jumped over him, and it was out of it.
Also apply an extra little one of those little circle things that pop up.
Yeah, the stack of the hyper.
So he was able to get a bit of extra damage there. Players definitely. Oh, he's going ham.
Great
engage. That's gonna get him into the wall. Big rock. Bam! One auto.
Yeah, that was really well played by No.
That was really nice.
Very good work surviving that maelstrom with your hop and getting that extra damage off from that W passive, because that is actually, I find that W passive really intimidating on a small.
Well, Kennen managed to. He managed the one cooldown properly. The Meganar passive.
Yeah.
He managed to go in right before that was about to come up, or right as that went down. So that was good on him, but then he just forgot about the hop in general.
Actually, I actually learned something very interesting about Na's transformation when I played Battle Arena as Victor, and it shocked me quite a lot. Victor's ultimate used to silence. It currently interrupts channels. For reasons I'm unsure, Na's transforming is actually considered a channel. So if you have some kind of move actually removes a channel, you literally stop him from transforming, which absolutely blew my freaking mind. And it was in a battle arena.
Maybe it's just the way it's coded.
It was in a battle arena.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be a bug that they want to think about fixing, or they might keep it there. I'm not sure.
Right.
But it's very interesting. So that's right, everyone. You need to start playing Victor into none.
Now, I just want to sort of point out that the Reds team just sort of moved towards Dragons. Well, especially now that everybody's backed off. But when Red started to put pressure on, they moved towards Dragon. I actually think that's a really good move for Red because currently Castellan's up. He's going to kill. Zerath. Oh, here we go. They're going for it. That's a good move because it's just they've got a lot of.
They know they're doing it.
PBT spamming the pinks here. If you had a sweeper, you really should have been using it. You got the teleport coming in now, but there's no one really there to test it.
That was a great steal.
They got it. Maelstrom. Oh, look at that.
He's got it with a Q. And Nar gets to hop over the wall, at least.
Yeah,
She gets the
I
kill
wouldn't have teleported in because there was no one really in position to be there. Bot lane went back, and like the only help you really had was Lee Sin, who just got obliterated completely. So.
Yeah, but he got the dragon, so that was completely
Did he get the dragon? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't notice.
Yeah, Lee Sin stole dragon with a Q.
Soz,
He didn't even, like,
guys,
smite.
I'm dumb.
It's all
Now,
good.
is Zera's ultimate a channel? Because I'm just wondering if Castellan has positioned himself to try and to interrupt it with his
I
Q.
feel like it's a stance change.
Okay.
It's.
Excuse me. Stance change, though.
You know how his little W made him immobile?
Yeah.
That it just makes him immobile, and then that's when he gets the artillery.
I'm just trying to think of the ways like Red Team could have done that better to have secured the dragon. I mean, really, with Zerath coming in and doing all that damage,
Sweep
it
the
kind of
pit
really
would
threw
be-
him off.
Would be my
Jarvan needed to
first.
press that smite key.
Yeah.
That's all it came down to.
Yeah.
Callista
Yeah.
Flash.
I mean, they probably actually could have when Lee Sin came in, they probably should have broke off because there was only one of him and there was 5 of them, and if they just took him down 5v1, like it wouldn't have made any difference. So
Well, that's
probably
okay. The dragon went down really slowly. It was kind of awkward to watch because they burnt down dragon. They got it down to about 1200 health. They did some bursts to it. It was about the range where Jarvan could smite it down, and his smite was still on or wasn't off cooldown yet.
Yeah.
Or no, he had smite up, and then he just didn't do it. And Lee Sin comes in from the side and just throws a Q and gets the steal.
Yeah, the big thing I saw was lack of vision in behind the pit, or not even sweeping the pit. Like, that's a bit lazy. You need to make sure there's nothing in that pit. Pulling the dragon out was good, though.
Except that it wouldn't have
Always
made
pull
much
the-
of a difference because they still had what's his name? The scuttle crab.
Oh, Cassidy,
Yeah,
you're in a bad
okay.
spot.
Oh, he dodged it.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Calling.
dodged it.
Oh,
One more jump. Oh, he's already out of there.
Ah, he's fine. He's got
Chaos
the shield
Mage is
from.
going ham.
He's got the
yeah.
shield from Ender Turret. He's fine.
And pulling the dragon out of the pit's always good.
But yeah, I mean, like
but out of
Scuttle
range
Crab was
so
up,
that no skill shot like Lee Sin's Q can actually hit it. Pull it right out of the pit. Don't even have it in that little
but
circle.
Lee Sin was coming through the jungle, so it wouldn't have made any difference with the thing. And they would have stopped the teleport, which was worthwhile. I mean, that's worth interrupting because the Nar, is quite dangerous in that sort of area if he can transform. I think it was just they needed to break off. And I think the way you do that in a low rank game is you basically say, if you're the jungler, if someone comes, we peel. Like, we peel away and take them down. Like, you just need to decide not to fight.
Yep. It's just a split-second call, which I don't think anybody made, so...
Yeah. And it's very hard to when you can't communicate with people.
Jarvan.
It's very
Jarvan's being really patient right now.
There's not a
Trippy
whole lot
knows,
going on
Trippy
right
knows
now.
something's up, though. Good on him, because he knew. He knew something was going down. So... Spirit Visage, okay.
Not a whole lot has really gone on in the laning phase. If you want to make things happen in the laning phase, but you're sort of scared of jungle pressure or anything like that, Get some deep wards in there, because the second you spot out the enemy jungler, you know where he is, you know which lanes can start going really aggressive and won't have any issue. You know where you can gank safely and not get counter ganked, that sort of thing. Did what's his face just steal that?
Yeah.
Good steal. Good steal. He's applying pressure now because he's completely blowing up Jarvan at the moment.
Oh, nice stun on the Jarvan.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
He's got him. He forgot to press the R button.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. Cause that would have been a good one. That would have.
Yeah. Don't instantly press the Zonya button after your R.
Don't feel
like,
bad, dude.
run-
I do that
run
all the
with them.
time. I've
Yeah,
done that
it-
heaps.
I do it.
Hit
I've
R,
done it
let a
before as
couple
well.
of the charges go through, hit W, and then you hit your Zanyas. In
You'll
second.
notice, if you've ever watched the champion spotlight for Fiddlesticks, the freak ones, his advice for using Fiddlesticks ultimate is run in them and keep chasing them with it, right up until you start taking damage, then press Sonya.
Yeah. Okay, that,
Yeah,
that's
until you start taking significant damage. Because you don't want it to be too late.
Oh. Oh my god, he's still gonna get him though.
He's gonna live. Wow. Okay.
Nice. Wow, that is. Jarvan's going down really easily.
So this was.
He needs to pick up some
So,
serious
I mean,
tank
really,
presence.
blue team should actually back off now because Dragon's coming up in 30 seconds and they need to gear up for it. Because right now what happens is they're pushing really hard. They're relatively low, so Morgana's got almost no mana. And, I mean, Nard's going to get more health back slowly because when he transforms...
Zeal. Don't build Ghostblade.
Who's building Ghostblade?
Lucian.
Lucian.
Should've gone
Ghostblade
Zeal.
Lucian's good. Third or
Yeah,
fourth Ghostblade Lucian's good. Get your core items, be it IE and Shiv or IE and
Shiv. Well, if you go Shiv,
Phantom
then you just
Dancer.
don't have to worry about If you go Shiv, you don't go Ghostblade. You choose
don't
one
know.
or the other, but I don't know.
I'm not
I
too
like
familiar
Shiv
with build paths
more
on
than
Luca.
Ghostblade. Syntax needs to go back, but it's too late now. Ugh.
Yeah, we need to set up for this dragon a bit better. One little measly trinket ward in the back of the pit doesn't cut it. You gotta get your sweepers out. You gotta get your wards, your pink out. When you start it, have a pink in the middle of the pit.
It comes up from
Well,
Matt.
it doesn't look like anybody's really making any moves towards it, though, so...
No, no one's really.
Gold pink's coming through. Lucian's gonna get the.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
doesn't matter. He's dead.
Okay, so now, Defi, you want to try and put pressure on Dragon. That's what
That's
they're doing. They're getting
definitely
ready.
Dragon.
That top lane's gone. That big AoE ultimate's gone. You can start putting a bit more pressure on. Get in the
You
pit.
need to get the Scuttle Crab, though.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about the Kennen.
Oh, and
so...
she swept... See, Morgana doesn't have a pink, and she swept the
Yeah.
pit,
Sweep-
but not the outside.
Normally, I'll sweep the scuttle area and put a pink in the middle of the pit. Because when you're taking it and people are warding in there, they're always just going to throw it like straight over the wall or something. You spot it with your pink, I take it, no problem. Sweep the little river part there because you're not going to get extra wards hanging out in there. So you know for a fact they're not going to try and ward contest in there for some strange reason because you can just turn on them and kill them.
Yeah. One of the
Alright.
things. Oh, nice Snarlty.
Oh, straight
Here
into
comes the
team.
Maelstrom. That's a good combo going right
That's
there.
a good
Ken.
Maelstrom. That's
Yeah,
a very
I was-
good Maelstrom. And he's
Yeah,
put them
that's-
all in timeout as well, so they weren't going anywhere.
I was actually going to say, I didn't think it was a great
like
Nara ulti
Kalista.
at all. Oh, you're so dead.
Well, it was
No,
good to pull the Kalista back into the team, but he burnt that way too early
Yeah.
in the fight. Once Kennen came in, that would have been the perfect time. Kennen, Kassadin, and Kalista, when Kennen, Kassadin, and Kalista, I don't want to say KKK, but
No, that would be inappropriate for an American to talk about that.
that's why someone said that we're surprised he didn't call us racist earlier. So, but once the three of them got in, they could have just Gnarled back. The Gnarl would have been a perfect disengage tool there, because realistically, the only person that would have been able to come back into the fight right away was Kassadin, and you really don't want to do that. Oh, but that was a good fight for Red Team. They finally got a good combo off, and Now Nars in a fairly bad spot.
Right out of position. Look at this.
Oh, good, but
Look
that's a
at
good.
that big old death
Nar
ray.
there.
Disengage
good
though,
Nar.
and the rock. He's probably gonna get out of here. Zerath's come back up. Did we time out Matt Pat?
Yeah.
Shrek'd. Oh.
Wham!
I completely missed the last fight because I was too busy.
I completely lost my train of thought.
Alright.
The booms and
Give
the
a hit back in the
zowie
game.
powies happening and the laser booms and the Q lands and his body's telling him no for some reason. Fantasies doesn't know what he's
Are you
doing.
doing your best, like, what's his name?
No, he's not dead. Oh, calling?
Oh,
Fine.
and the
Good
calling.
maelstrom. Oh, no, you just jumped into the team, but you didn't have...
Yeah, if he had his ult, then that would have been absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I gotta say that was really well done by Horse Kebab with the Callista, with how he kited and kept people away from Jarvan. Really well done.
Those mechanics are pretty good. Oh, never mind. He's dead.
Oh.
But Lee Sin's gonna trade.
Sorry, PVT. You're gone.
Rip.
Don't worry, one day those Lee Sin mechanics will be quick enough to get out of there.
I actually thought that if Lee Sin had gone in there when he had like J4 down really low and had his Q triggered on him, he should have gone in there and then kicked somebody and then tried to get out. Because he would have executed him.
Yes, he would have.
It would have been hilarious.
Don't be silly.
alright,
What
so
you gotta
really-
do is, because you're so super pro, you get in there and you kick the Vel'Koz into the Jarvan, and then the Jarvan dies, and the Vel'Koz is 2CC to CC
To
you
do
back
anything.
under the tower.
Yeah, that's it.
Bowling ball Lee Sin kicks.
Yeah.
Fuck, they're annoying. It's like, oh, god damn it.
That's the
my
best thing to
teammate
do,
killed me.
honestly. I've done that before. I've played Lee Sin mid before, and I've lined it up so that it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna jump right here and then kick because I'm gonna shoot your teammate into you. And you're gonna die. So
That's a piece.
Now, I
That's a
just
piece
wanna-
of his kit. A lot of people forget about.
yeah.
Remember that. Remember these pieces of the kit, you sillies. Carrot.
Five manly.
I was just
five
going to
manly
say,
Sin
Morgana has left base, as has Vel'Koz. They both had enough gold to buy pink wards, and neither of them bought one. In fact, Vel'Koz is level 9. He probably would have been close to buying, upgrading his sweeper.
I'm gonna give everyone a ward tip right now. I know a lot of people are sitting there like, oh god damn it, I keep forgetting. I'm really sorry. Here's how I got into the habit of always buying wards. Now I spend 2,000, 3,000 odd gold on wards every game, whatever. Spend every piece of gold you get when you go back. It's like buy, like, hey, I picked up a pickaxe. I got a bit of money left. All right, I'm gonna grab some war. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of wards. I'm gonna grab a bunch of greens, a pink, and maybe just pots, whatever. Big fight going on here though.
Like it was that. Oh, Narg somehow gets. Oh, wait, that didn't start.
Oh man.
Oh, but it doesn't matter because it's supposed to get kicked in.
Wow, there was like 3 knockups going on there right there.
That was
Oh,
a strange
PvT,
fight.
Too deep. PvT.
Yeah. See,
Get red in your eyes.
the real problem with what Lee Sin did right there was... Oh, actually, I don't think it would have made much of a difference because they've still got 30 seconds to Dragon, but by Lee Sin dying there, they would have been really well positioned to try and go for Dragon, and he totally ruined any chance of that actually happening. So by going so deep, you want to... Getting those dragons, like moving... Because I think they're already on 2 dragons. Yeah, they're already on 2 dragons, so they moved to 3. All of a sudden, they're now actually really kicking butt.
Carrot, look, Carrot.
Right.
Red team. 4 sweepers.
The dream. None of them are upgraded.
None of them are upgraded. Credit to
Plus, it just
Morgana
needs
for upgrading hers
Plus,
though.
it needs a scrying orb, and they need pink wards now. And
Yeah,
the vision dream is successful.
yeah.
Definitely. Like I said,
One more hit.
spend all your money. All of it. No
Jarvan!
excuses. No excuses
Jarvan,
not to have any wards.
Dunker! Dunker next time.
Yeah.
Just, I've done that before. Just you dunk somebody, finish them off. Don't have to worry about it. Oh,
See, by having no pink ward, they can keep filling up the thing with wards. Oh, wow, that was... Yeah, this could...
Did they Ren smite that?
They actually went pretty well for red for a second there. I thought I was going to go completely
He's in
wrong.
there. If he can get a big ult on Callisto. Oh, she kited him too hard.
That close to mechanics.
Yeah, that was...
That's all it comes down to. The jumping and all that. With the zoom and the bouncing and
boom and the bow and the bouncing.
no.
You weren't so young, you would have known that sounds a bit like a... Anyway, there's a song that goes like that, but anyway.
Fucking spider fucking coming down from the side like that. There's a tree spider coming down from my ceiling like
There's
that.
the... Callista has... distortion enchantments. Okay,
Man,
I
she
can
wants
respect that.
She wants that flash up, man. Fucking this spider though.
That flash, dude. Just think, just when you thought she was done jumping around.
Yeah. That is a bit weird.
I guess,
it
you know
makes
what?
sense.
She actually wouldn't get anything out of Fura. She would get nothing
She
out
gets
of
a
having
longer
Fura.
jump range. She gets longer
Yeah,
jump
but she'd
range
get
than
that from any
Fura.
other enchant as well. She'd get that from any other chant.
Yeah.
But because she's jumping all the time, she's not
I
utilizing
figure home
movement
guards.
speed.
Home guards makes more sense.
Oh, home guard
Wow.
would always make more sense. I actually don't buy Furas on Draven because I reckon that extra movement speed throws you off really hard. Yeah, Furas wouldn't work on her because you'd just be jumping.
People think Furies are trash anyways, so I don't.
That what?
Personally, people think Furies are bad, but I don't.
Furas are great.
Furies are awesome.
Furas are
Yeah.
awesome. Furas are no guys.
Yeah, that-
Seriously,
I don't know
respect, respect the enchants because pretty much all of them are really good. Even Captain's good. I buy Captain sometimes.
Ugh.
A bit too ham PVT. PVT, you got
Yeah,
too much.
it's
You
cute.
really got too much red in your eyes there. Just because you hit Q doesn't mean you have to go in.
Yeah,
Too much red in the eyes. Just back off. You don't need to
You
force
just-
things like that.
He came down with a major case of Lily syndrome right there, so.
The man's telling me no.
My body.
I mean, this is really like the issue with the kind of the approach they're taking of constantly fighting, not grouping. I mean, really, neither team has actually grouped to try and get an objective.
Yeah.
Apart
We've
from,
had
like, since that
39
last
kills in
dragon.
28 minutes. This
Yeah.
is like crazy. 40 kills.
So, you know, they really need to start grouping up. Particularly... Well, actually, both teams have got a pretty decent...
Oh my damage. Whoa.
I mean, right now, blue team, you
Alright.
want to push hard.
Now,
I mean,
blue team,
ignore
look at-
J4.
Yes. I was going to say, look at the map right now and see what's going on. You just killed 2 people and Jarvan's pushing the top lane. He thinks he's doing good. He thinks he's going to pull you all away from the mid lane. You're going to deal with him. Don't get sucked into that. Don't get sucked into the split push. You will get more out of it if you group as 5 and shove right down the mid lane because they've only got 2 people defending. Don't get sucked into split pushes like that. You're already grouped. Keep shoving that mid lane. You would have gotten 2 towers. You would have exposed the inhib. Look at this. You didn't even get 1. Did not even get 1 because you got sucked into a split push and then you chased Cassidon all the way through the jungle. Don't get sucked into split pushes. Don't get sucked into chasing people around. Kills are secondary. Towers and dragon are primary. They're what you got to be thinking about. Not, I need to drop this person's face in the dirt.
I've got a young guy at my church who I've been teaching how to play League, and you know, I keep telling him about the scrub mentality, which is essentially going for kills.
Right.
thinking that kills matter, and kills are what allow you to get other things. Wow,
Yes,
Chaos
you're
Mage
getting
is so lucky to be alive.
If you're killing someone, you are killing them with the intent of getting something out of that kill, be it a tower. Like you'll drop the jungler before a big like dragon take because now you know you don't have smite pressure.
Yeah.
You'll drop one of their big counter sieging, like say you got Nivea on the other team, you're fucking sick of her clearing your waves. You'll kill her and then you'll take the mid tower because now you don't have a Nivea clearing all your waves.
Can I also say that Morgana again left base without buying pink awards, as did J4, you're in trouble. As did Vel'Koz. So you know, they really need to get on that. And Velko's actually probably should have already upgraded his trinket.
Yeah,
Oh,
Val.
Cannon didn't have slicing maelstrom. Huh.
Your priority isn't exactly damage, it's utility, Val, so if you're going to play Vel'Koz support, most of your damage is coming from your passive. So focus on your utility as you can. He's going down, didn't get the jump in time. Syntax is going to
Oh, nice snipe.
sniped.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Power of Wards.
Yep, good work. You
Oh,
punished.
triple
They
kill.
chased. You see what happened there? They chased a
Come on,
kill
Leo.
and they got punished for it. If they're chasing a kill, punish them for it. And Chaos Mage.
4 for
Just wanna
4.
take them all on.
Dang.
Look at that. Alright. Dragons just spawned. Let's see what the reactions are going to be. We've already got a couple pings for it.
Well, realistic, blue team's probably in a better position to get it because they're actually going to get there with 3 people where they've only got 1 on red. So, did anybody buy a pink ward? No. Oh, yes, they did.
No.
Lucian bought a pink ward and he's put it down, but he put it down in the wrong spot, really.
Or did he put? Oh, that's actually not that bad of a spot.
It's not a bad spot if you've got more than 1 pink ward. If you've only got 1 pink ward, that's not a great spot.
Yeah.
Because they already know you're going. Like, you really should put it in the dragon pit. Because
Oh, cannon. Oh, cannon. Oh. Oh, he ulted. Okay. Has Calista used her ulti this game at all?
I haven't seen it.
I've seen her use it once.
Okay.
Look at this
I
huge
wasn't
Nard just
sure.
roaming around.
Slicing Maelstrom's down. They could theoretically fight this, but the laser's gonna come through. The Cataclysm goes down. The Gnarl's gonna come in.
Oh my
Red
god.
team's gonna get. Red team's gonna start winning this fight after they start losing it. But here comes Lucian. Or blue team's gonna win the fight after it looked bad for them at
Alright,
the start.
Alright. You can really pressure this bot lane tower. So yeah, you got that. You got that easy.
Lucian just needs to
Cassidy
start failing.
can get punished for that. Morgana, although is weirdly the support is split pushing, but she's actually going to get something out of it because pressure in 2 lanes. You got
Sarah
2
gets a good
towers.
snipe off there.
Although it was the support split pushing, which don't do that.
What?
It paid off. She was pushing mid while the team was pressuring bottom. So you did get something out of it because you had pressure in 2 lanes and they didn't have anything to answer with it. But I'd pick someone who isn't the support to do that.
That flash by Morgana was questionable, just to get the pool down. Oh, this is the binding.
Well, I think
Sad
she was
face.
going to go for a binding as well, but it must not have been up.
Cannon has an upgraded sweeper now.
Drivin, you do not want that. Drivin, just kidding, you want that. Oh.
Luca, you need to up your kiting skills. You have a red buff. You can do it. Oh man, leave her.
This
Leave her.
is questionable. Red team's target choices in these fights is questionable, but no. I was wondering where Calista went, and then I realized that she was dead.
Oh, Cassidon. Gonna be risky.
Nice
Wow, that
catch.
was pretty funny.
You know what Cassidon can do right now? He can go and clear that mid wave.
The that was hilarious. Lee Sin used a ward to get further, and then hopped
And
on
Nar
him
jumped on top of
midway.
his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got
Yep.
ahead. That was the freakiest thing. But
Teamwork.
it's teamwork.
Unity. Synergy. All that jazz.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
One more rift walk and you should be dead.
If I was Cassidon before, after that big fight happened, just because you're low doesn't mean there aren't things you can still do before you back. They all chased right up into the one of the top quadrants of the jungle. You could have gone to mid, cleared that quick, and then cycled down into the bottom half of the jungle and recalled, and they wouldn't have gotten anywhere near you, and you would have been fine. So just one small thing you can do, like there are a lot of safe things you can do when you're low. During this particular stage of the game, you can make small minor rotations like that, and it helps everyone. It lowers the mid push, reduces the mid push a little bit, and and then they think they got to deal with you because everyone's full red eye in this game.
Yeah, I just want to make mention that Vel'Koz has gone for a Giant's Belt. I'm guessing it's to build
Crystal Scepter.
Crystal Scepter. Not a great idea.
Holy smokes, close.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of damage. Blue team has surprisingly a large amount of damage.
Well, the poke coming out of Xerath is just kind of berserk. But yeah, building Crystal Scepter is not much use because Xerath's already got a couple of decent slows. Like he's got a slow and a knock up, or a stun really. So you know you kind of
his ultimate already slows already.
Yeah, that as well. So yeah, you know it's kind of okay. You want more health because you're squishy, but that's not going to help you because you're a support. In a sense, you should be expecting to die.
Especially if you're getting Callista thrown.
Yeah.
I really don't like the Callista Vel'Koz. I really don't like the Callista Vel'Koz.
It was good for lane phase, but
yeah, but you want to be up the back ulting a whole team as Vel'Koz. Like you shouldn't be anywhere near the front line.
And it's so expensive as well. Like you know, with that gold, you could buy a lot of other things.
Pick up some traditional support items.
Yeah, I mean, really. What you call it? Mikhail's Crucible would be really useful in this comp because they're looking for a pick with Morgana or they're looking for a pick with Xerath, you know, with the stun or the snare. So if you can break that and your team is quite mobile, they're going to be able to get away. But if they can't, they're going to die. And we saw that just now with actually both Kennen and Kassadin. Both of them got locked down with one thing, and then they basically piled on all this other CC that meant they couldn't do anything and they had to die. So, you know, Mikhail's Crucible would be much more useful. It's probably even cheaper than a Crystal Scepter.
I would have gone for that even before your Morellos, if you were. Morellos is something.
I don't know. Morellos is okay. Like, I mean, because Vel'Koz does do well from damage.
Well, when you go.
Yeah, but actually, no, you're right. You're right. Mikhail's is probably more useful. Yeah.
If you're going for Vel'Koz support, you're relying on your passive to do all your damage. Yeah. Other than that, you're a CC bot.
Of course, because his base damage is really good, but his ratios aren't great. Yeah, no, you're right. I was wrong.
It's mostly from his passive because 3 abilities land, you get a big chunk of true damage come in. That's why he can be sort of played out of the support role and still have a decent damage output and bring some good old CC. And he can flail tentacles around when he laughs.
That's it.
That's all it's about.
I don't know what Morgana's building with that Kindle gem. And that... No, I guess it looks like she must be building a...
Locket.
Yeah, or maybe a... Actually, an Aegis would be okay.
Locket wouldn't be bad.
It's either Visage or Locket.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be Visage.
Locket wouldn't be bad. Locket, particularly against the cannon. You can shield a lot of that ultimate
damage. On the other side. Locket should have been finished like 10 minutes ago.
And she's in the front line anyway, so I agree with that pickup. I agree.
Lee Sin could have got it as well.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Junglers these days seem to build Locket more often, and just because they get more gold. So
actually, you know what I would have built on Lee Sin? Is using to sound fucking crazy. Ohm Wrecker. I would have gotten Ohm Wrecker on Lee Sin because that's a words of Trick 2G speaking right now. Ohm Wrecker's really good right now. Trick 2G approved. Ohm Wrecker's really good, and because they got a good little pick comp going on there, like you can get right in there. You don't have to worry about
the best person to approve something, but
isn't Ohm Wrecker's build out of what is the build out of?
Raptor? Raptor Cloak?
Yeah.
Not Raptor. Is it Raptor Cloak?
Raptor's Cloak.
It gives you armor.
Yeah, because I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking. Yeah, so Righteous Glory gives you.
It's not an AP, and it's not an AP item anymore.
Yeah.
Because
I know it's a tank item. I'm just wondering if it has mana in it. Because, yeah, I know that.
Garrett didn't claim you would lose to Callista.
I don't think it has.
I did. Callista played the lane really badly though. So.
Hang on, what's the list?
They're talking in all chat about how apparently one of us said that Callisto was going to beat Lucian. I'm like, well, Callisto was supposed to beat Lucian, but
I think when we say someone should beat someone, it's not saying you're going to fucking lose because you picked a shit champion. No, it's The way
So
the lane
should.
matchup should go, this person has more
Like-
advantages than this person. It's not a counter per se. Like you still can play Lucian into Kalista,
do
just like you
fine,
can,
but-
just like you can any champion. There's no real true counters in this game. If you know the matchup well enough, you can play it. Unless it's Tryndamere into Quinn. Tryndamere can't do shit in that matchup. It's true. Like I don't believe in the word.
Yeah,
I don't believe
that's
in the
true.
word counter. When people throw away the word counter, you're assuming that there
The
is
only
no
counter that I
possible
can
way
think
that
of
champion.
is Fiddlesticks into Vladimir, because you can pull, or you can drain through pull.
There's still ways for Vlad to play into that matchup though, so I don't consider that to be a counter. The only counter I can think of is Tryndamere into Quinn, because Tryndamere jumps in there, she bounces off him. Tryndamere starts hitting on her, she blinds him. Tryndamere ults, Quinn ults, runs away, and then comes back when he finishes his ult. That's the only true counter I can think of off the top of my head. Like any matchup, if you know the matchup well enough, you can probably play it. So I if we can all start doing something, it's to if I can teach anyone anything, stop throwing away the word counter, because I don't believe in counters. I believe in good and bad matchups,
Yep.
favorable matchups, whatever.
That's it.
I think
With
that's the
this young guy that I'm
terminology
teaching how to play, he thinks, oh, I just need to pick the counter and then I'll be all right. And it's like, well, no, it's about learning how to play the game, because if you don't know how to play the game, you can have all the counters in the world, but if they know how to, like, as I often pick Singe to get him, because Singe is one of those champions that has some bad matchups, but you can always proxy farm, and if you know what you're doing, you can just avoid, especially in a 1v1 situation, you just avoid all the damage, because you never get to a fight, and that's an example of where you use strategy to defeat counters. So pick Teemo, sure, go for it. I'll just go farm the back of the lane, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's greatly assumed amongst a lot of people that Teemo is a big counter to Nasus.
Yeah.
But I don't think so, because I confidently pick Nasus into Teemo because my personal counter, quoting marks, is Nasus into Teemo. I play Nasus confidently into Teemo because I know that once that blind's down, I'm fucking Nasus. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna hit you for your entire life bar. I don't care. And you're not running away with your W because I'm slowing you for massive amounts.
That's it.
If you know the matchup, you can play it.
Yeah, that's it. And that's how pro players do it. That's they understand matchups, they understand the limitations of their champions, they understand the strategy. So it's not, it's not a big deal for them. So yes. All right. So we've got Blue's got a 2,000. Sorry, 12,000. Near 10,000 gold lead.
Oh, that cannon ulti though.
Oh, that was brilliantly timed stun by Xerath there. That's always the hardest. How to snipe people after they've gone into Zhonya's.
I think Caston hasn't reconnected, so so is the tragic end to Battle Arena Game 3.
Very
Sadly.
tragic.
It is.
10K, why you do this?
It's only 6:30 in the morning for me.
Wow, good snipe. Alright, thus endeth the lesson. This has been Oceanic Battle Arena Week 21, Game 3, and it looks like it's over.
Yeah,
they got tower destruction.
Hey, Lee Sin just got out for the king. It's not over yet. Okay, it's over. That crit.
Oh man.
No, 4 games isn't happening. I barely could do 3.
Oh, that was
I'm
a great
falling
kick.
asleep over here.
Alright.
I don't know what.
That was actually a pretty good, apart from Cassidy leaving right at the end. It was actually...
And we got some very good discussion out of it, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, well, thanks everybody for joining us. Make sure you check out the Oslo podcast and the Trinity Force podcasts. So oslo.trinityforcepodcast.com or trinityforcepodcast.com. The YouTube VODs will be up for this relatively soon, basically once it uploads from here. So youtube.com/tforcepodcast. You can find the playlist for Oslo Battle Arena. I'm Carrot Colossus. I have been joined by Badger.
I'm gonna go try and sleep now because it's like early in the morning. So that's awesome.
And we've been joined by Jack.
Hello, I am Victor Thank you for listening. Please check out my channels. It's on places. Gakko Picks Productions on iTunes, Twitter. You can probably find it on YouTube if you look hard enough. That's me, Victor. Hello.
Cool.
Hey,
And
Jack, Gakko Bradley, whatever.
on the behalf of Tripper Guy, who joined us earlier, we just say thanks for joining us, and we'll be back again next week.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a nice day.